Depending on where you're located around the country, the 2025 real estate market is sending some really mixed signals. Some trends look promising, while others might leave you just straight up scratching your head. And that's left many buyers and sellers really unsure about whether or not now is the right time for them to make a move. Recently, we met with a client that felt that exact same way. They were considering selling their home, but they were really worried about if the market might just be too unpredictable. So, like many others, they didn't want to risk missing the right timing. And so we sat down and we reviewed up to date local market data that included sales trends, inventory levels, and buyer behavior. And that gave them the clarity that they needed. And so their home went live, and within a few days, we had multiple offers on their home while all the other homes around them were still sitting. And so this summer, timing, preparation, and strategy matter more than ever. And I can tell you with our 23 years in business, we are seeing that if realtors have not been in business for 14 years or more, they have never been through a market like this, which can really impact what clients can get on their home sale or the deals they can get on the buy side. So whether you're buying or selling, I've got three essential real estate market trends that you need to know if you're considering looking at doing anything this year. The first thing you need to consider is mortgage rates and buying power. Mortgage rates right now are hovering somewhere between 6.8 to 7.1%. And that's slightly down from earlier this year, but it is definitely still higher than pre-pandemic levels. And so rates have dropped slightly, but for buyers, it's still not enough to address affordability concerns. And here in Dallas-Fort Worth, during the pandemic, we saw a significant appreciation in our home values. And so that is impacting affordability. So monthly payments are still high, so many are turning to rate buy downs, adjustable rate loans, just to be able to make the numbers work. Pre-approvals are a start, but really you want to have a lender that's working with you on a plan to stay within your budget so that you know what you can and want to afford. The shift also matters for sellers because with picky buyers due to limited budgets, you really need to price your home right, even a little bit ahead of the market, and offering incentives like covering closing costs, even buyer bonuses can make a huge difference on that. The second thing you need to figure is that not all markets are created equal, and we are seeing this like crazy. I was talking to a real estate friend up in Boston who still has a 0.3 month supply, whereas in our market, we're heaving heavily towards a buyer's market with now over 5 months supply. That's a huge difference if you're looking at moving across the country. So the market isn't moving the same everywhere. Some cities are still seeing price increases of up to 9.4%. While others are cooling off slightly and allowing for more negotiation power. And even within Dallas-Fort Worth, we have different suburbs and different cities that have different inventory levels, with some still flying off the shelves with limited inventory and multiple offers, and others with over 120 active homes sitting on the market. So it's really important to look at specifically what's happening in your neighborhood. And cooling prices in certain areas can give home buyers a rare opening. And in demand neighborhoods, competition can still be really tough, especially where jobs are going or where new construction is limited. So if you're a seller, those same hotspots could work in your favor, but only if you price your home right. In the slower markets, setting the right expectations really matters. And, real estate's always been local, but right now it's hyper local. We're talking neighborhood by neighborhood, street by street. And what's true for your friends, even one city over, may not apply to your street at all. The last thing you really need to look at is inventory and seller opportunities. Inventory is starting to pick up, which means buyers have more options and more time to compare. But that also means that sellers face more competition. And in this kind of market, pricing too high is one of the quickest ways to get overlooked. Buyers today are really careful. They're weighing every detail. And for sellers, that means small things like a clean space, fresh paint, the way your home is staged, and a pre-listing inspection even sometimes can really make your home stand out. It doesn't need to be perfect, but it does need to feel like it is worth the price and that your home has value to it. So just so you know, the 2025 real estate market isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's about having the most up-to-date information and having a strong plan for your goals. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, let's figure out what makes sense for you right now, and let's connect. Call, text, email us. We are ready when you are and happy to help.